Welcome to Whistle Concerts Live Music channel. Today we are presenting students of the Hunter Mill Music Studio live in their first studio recital of the 2026-26 school year. We are connecting musicians and audiences in real-time performances and music news from around the globe. Today, students of the Hunter Mill Music Studio will perform piano technical skills and take their independent study test. And we have a judge who will provide immediate feedback and share recommendations. In our studio, we are provide a nurturing environment for students' personal growth. We help them learn technical skills necessary to be confident players, but more importantly, we teach them the art of communication and expression through musical language. We teach our students a wide variety of repertoire, both solo and in chamber music collaboration, stage presence and ability to speak publicly, artist etiquette, discipline, thoughtful and intelligent approach to practicing, supporting subjects such as music theory and history. Our students participate in numerous performances in varied settings, recitals, festivals, competitions, presentations, skill tests, TV shows, professional recording sessions. They perform on stages as contrasting as retirement communities and Carnegie Hall or the Kennedy Center. We hope to send our students off with true lifelong love for music arts and strong skills which will allow them to continue to enjoy making music and bringing joy to themselves and others. So and now just a little introduction about our judge for today, Alla Lowry, who started her classical piano education at the stage of 4 under her mother, Svetlana Krimskaya, who is remembered as a professional concert pianist and accompanist, a college professor, and a brilliant musicologist on the concert stage, on the radio and TV in Russia for over 40 years. Alla Lowry earned her bachelor's degree in classical piano from Kazan State Music College in 1977 and a master's degree in classical piano from Kazan State Conservatory in 1983. After graduation, she worked for about 15 years as a professor of classical piano performance and ensemble, accompanist and piano pedagogy at the State Music College in Lithuania and Russia, and concurrently working as an accompanist there as well. She played in chamber ensembles, accompanied solo instruments, vocalists, and chorus for more than 2 decades. She worked 10 years in Yaroslav Governor's Academy Symphony Orchestra as a full-time pianist and chef manager of its chamber ensembles. Since immigration to the USA in 2005, Alla Lowry continues her work as a private piano teacher, a composer, and a MIDI engineer, taking interest. Alla Lowry lives in North Potomac, Maryland, USA, with her husband Charles and sons Evgen and Kirill. Let's bring Alla and welcome her. Hello.
Welcome. Hello. Nice to see you.
How are you? How are
I'm
you?
fine. Excited.
Excited, yeah. Is
Yeah.
this your first time?
No, it's
Judging?
not.
It's
No,
not your
it's not
first
my
time.
first
Then who are
time.
you?
I believe that I will recognize some of the students who probably are already grown ups, sort of,
I'm
today.
sure. Let's
Yeah,
see.
so I'm
And
excited.
And so I told in the beginning that they're gonna not just play today just like pieces, they're gonna play also scales. So some of them I'm gonna, yeah, it's a little bit both.
Mhm.
So and after you can just give a direct some recommendations. What do you think
Mhm.
about? But just a little bit. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I know the venue. I know the drill.
Mhm.
So
And
looking
do you was
forward.
already there also? Do you was in person already in the Hunter
I
Music
used to
Studio?
be in person in the studio, which I
Okay.
liked greatly. Yes.
Yeah, okay,
So
then you
now
know.
it's a different format, but I think we'll do all right.
I'm sure. Okay. So I think in the studio they are also ready to play to send our first look, I see. It's gonna be Kaiden Griggs. So he's gonna be the first performer today, the first student, and he's in level 7, and he's gonna play the B major, and the piece is gonna be Rachmaninoff Prelude in C sharp minor. So Kaiden Griggs, the stage is yours. Enjoy.
I prepared level 3.
Bravissimo! What a
Oh, yeah.
start, Ala. What do you think?
Oh, I think I know Kaiden. I remember him a lot younger, and I am almost not surprised at how he today. I wonder how he felt just being number one today, opening the whole performance. I think it always influences people a little bit, at least.
Of course.
What I wanted to say, probably Kaiden already knows that when you go up on stage or you think that a lot of people will see you live, on the web, it still excites you, even if you are very experienced at public performances. It never fails. You always get excited. And what it means, your heartbeat gets a lot faster. And our biological time runs a little faster than usually. And all of us who are professionals, they remember our early days when we ran faster through our pieces than we felt we were doing. If to listen to your recorded performance, it seems that you run too fast sometimes, not always, but sometimes definitely. So we always need to consider that red line which is dangerous to cross while performing publicly. So what I think all of us should always remember, that we need to be just a little bit on the safer side when we perform publicly. Because I had this suspicion, maybe I was wrong, but I had this suspicion that Kaiden runs just a little bit too fast through all those scales and arpeggios, because they were very good. He was wonderful today. But from my experience, I know that if you try to measure your speed with a metronome, not to run all through with the metronome, but for the beginning, and then you lower the bar like 2-3 clicks a minute. If to think about it, the difference is absolutely minuscule, insignificant. But in reality, just those 2 or 3 beats per minute will give us a huge psychological break somehow, amazingly. So this is about the speeds. Now, about the octaves. A few years ago, I came up with a thing. I was trying to explain it to my own students, which mostly are into recreational piano, not as structured as at the Hunter Mill studio. And they struggled with the octaves. So imagine that you are trying to take a pencil or a pen, which is just enough to fit in your hand. And it lays on the surface, and you want to take it from the surface. What is the feeling in your fingertips when you take it? It's not pushing and pressing the octaves when you run through them fast. You try to get the octaves as if you were picking them out. And this way they are a little more substantial, and they balance your desire to run very fast. It's like you're hunting each one. You start a little slower, and then you get used to a little faster tempos. It gives you some spring in the hand, extra support, this arch, which can get a little stiff when you just do this. And this adds something to it. You can try this.
And Ala, just before you go to, about the Rachmaninoff, I think I just forgot a little detail to tell you that he learned this piece in 24 hours. So everybody gonna pay a piece. They was like learning in 24 hours without the professor, without Anna. So this is like really first time in the stage and really first time paying for also for the teacher, from the own teacher Anna. So just that you know.
I know, this is what I was gonna say. You just, so to say, took the word out of my mouth. Yes, I know that usually at Hunter Mill Music Studio, the students are given those compositions just one day prior. So it's absolutely new, it's absolutely unknown. And within this amount of time, I think Kaiden did just a great job, because Rachmaninoff is not an easy piece ever. And musicality was there, the performer's soul was there, and everything was very, very, very good. So I am very
kind of far. I mean, he played a lot, you know, like if you can also just play 2 pages and how much you...
Absolutely, absolutely. With all the approach, with all the spirit, I think that was great. So I am very pleased with Kaiden's performance, and I wish him all the luck in the world in this journey.
Bravo. Yeah,
thank you.
Very good start. Thank you. Thank you, Ala. So then let's go on with the second student. It's going to be Charlotte Guinevere, Bui. And it's level 1 in A flat major, and the piece is going to be Michael Aaron riding in the part. Good luck. thank you, Charlotte. What do you think, Ella?
Oh, it's very exciting to see new beginners. Always it's like the very start of the
Ah,
journey.
you don't know her still. Yeah,
No, no, I see her first time.
freeze.
I think Charlotte is on the right track, number one. And it's always very exciting for a piano teacher to see somebody play scales and arpeggios. It's not very frequent nowadays, unfortunately. Yeah, what I can tell, uh, it's always easier to play not the single notes, but group them, especially when you play a piece, not necessarily a scale. In the scale, it works the same way. But if it's about triplets, ta, 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 it's like, think about it. You work twice on each note instead of getting three for the price of one, so to say. Ta, 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 for the wrist. If you do pumping on each note, it's more work. If you do one large wave and you scoop three notes doing this one large wave, it sounds a little smoother, definitely, and it's easier in the long run term. It's nice to have in mind for the future. Although I am sure that this is discussed in the studio every time because I know how it goes there very well. Yeah. So the scales are all right. The piece is very cute. I think she did a great job on this one. And good luck. Good luck with the further studies. I am very excited. Great job.
Great job, exactly. Yeah. So we go on now with the next one. It's gonna be Alize Chapman, level 1 in A major, and let's see if you prepare the Michael Aaron at the band rehearsal. Let's see. Good luck.
Well,
Okay.
that was short.
Yeah,
That was
not everybody gonna play the piece. I think it's also like it depends. Like if I think if they have time or there is some other details, but I think the scales they are obligatory. So
okay. That was very smooth and very thorough scale, I would say. And I like the sound. I like the movement. Uh, Alignment between the two hands will come definitely a little later, but it's there. And I think it's a very, very nice start. And you cannot underestimate practicing scales, chords, and arpeggios. So kudos to you. Very nice. Yes, thank you.
okay, thank you. Okay, then next one is gonna be Charlotte Nossaman, and it's just the beginning, the preparatory level, and it's not gonna be she's not gonna play the piece. So good luck. bravissimo. Other new generation. I don't know her also. I think I never saw her also. It's also first time.
Yeah, this is the right way to start taming the beast called the grand piano and upright too, because it's very pleasant to see how the hand goes the right way and the finger goes the right way, and the weight of the arm is there, because without this weight, it will be just very, mm, very rough, very like knocking sound. This is just right. So I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. Uh, Charlotte started the right way, and I know that she will do just fine when she started this way, because the most important thing is the right start. I know it for sure. Yeah,
And the
so
right teacher, right?
absolutely, absolutely,
What we
the
have
right
here.
teacher who knows how to
Unexpected.
start the right way. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that
So
was very
let's.
touching.
Yeah,
Very
great.
touching.
We have other new one, a very young one, Yugan Vikram. We're gonna also just play a preparatory level in A major. Good luck, Yugan. Bravissimo. Thank you, Yagan Vikram.
Yes, yes. I know that there is a secret at the Hunter Mill Music Studio. They always start from this magical scale,
Mhm.
E major or Mi major in other language. It's a very interesting scale because it's completely mirror image like.
Mirroring.
When you try to split the first time, you figure out that it's extremely convenient to play. Plus, youngsters get the gist out of the black keys. Usually, most of the students start from the white scale, which is C major, and here is something different and a little intricate and very convenient as well. So nice job, very smooth, nice finger work. And for the start, I think it's very, very good, very impressive. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think I think it's also the first concert for Yagan Vikram and Charlotte. I think the first
Hmm.
time that they play. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
wrong, but I would say yes. So with a it's a
Nice
very good
start.
start, I think.
Nice
No, I
start.
think really like in front of so many people. I think I never saw so many people in the Hunter Me Music Studio. Now we see a little bit the audiences in the is full. It's nice. I
Oh,
think
believe
it's
me, I remember there's
you
always
remember
a
that?
lot of people. Yes,
There's always a
yes.
lot of people. I should go. I was never there, like I should maybe one and see how is it really like there. So,
Yes.
but yeah. So, and we're gonna have now the first chamber music also. First, it's gonna be a duo. First, gonna play Jack Nossaman, a level 2 B flat major, and after with Abby Nossaman, I'm gonna play the duo from Franz Schubert, Fantasie in F minor, Opus 103. Good luck to both of you.
level 3.
A lot of patience. And a lot of strength. Paige, do you need a beach jar?
I'm okay. There's a bunch of rests, so I can just quickly.
Bravissimo. Thank you, Jack Nossaman and AB Nossaman. I think that was even harder to learn something in 24 hours in duo. I
Yeah,
don't know, like
absolutely.
there's not just yourself.
Yeah, from my experience, I can tell that before coming to this country, I never dealt with recreation playing pianists. Uh, or, in other words, people who play just for themselves, for their own pleasure. They don't want to join a college as professionals, and they do it just for fun, or they want to do it a little deeper, but still for themselves. And I think it's very important to appreciate such musicianship,
Mhm.
and especially when there are siblings in the family who have the chance to play together for hands. And there is a huge body of compositions for hands, all kinds of music.
Mhm.
And I think they might play more just for themselves, not for tests, not for this independent study, just for fun. And the good news is you can pick and choose something easier, but the same value will be there, like classical pieces or maybe some movie music, but laid out in a classical way, meaning that it's very convenient for the hands and sounds great. I think they showed huge efforts today, and it should be
Yeah.
appreciated. Very
Very.
good, very good. Yes, nice work. And Jack is just the second level, so whatever he wants for his future on the piano, he can do it. It's never too late.
Mhm.
And I was very pleased to listen to their performance. Yeah, great job.
Okay, thank you. So we're gonna just make, if you agree with that, we're gonna make a little break, just for maybe 5 minutes. One, we're gonna show a little bit of some promotion, what we about the upcoming auditions, what we're gonna have in October and November, and some concerts and shows. So enjoy a little bit. See you in a few minutes.
Wonderful. I agree.
You agree. See you later. Okay, I think then we are back and we can continue with Katie Lee. I think Katie Lee you know very well, and I heard this a lot of time already. And she gonna play Chopin Waltz Brillante in A minor, Opus 34, number 2, and scale level 6 in F major. Good luck, enjoy. Bravissimo!
Yes.
Heard Kate Lee.
It's very
I think it's one of the last level. I think level 6. What we have. So
it's very exciting to see Kate that big, adult almost. I remember her at the very start. She was a tiny little girl, very sensitive for music. Yes, and now look at her. Yeah, those new compositions overnight are tricky. And having in mind a little bit of excitement in the venues like that, it's not a big deal to pick a note or two exactly not the right way. So it's quite all right. And I'm sure that she will get the most of this composition anyway. Because this way of reading music and preparing for the next day to perform something is a practice on its own. It's a different type of handling music. And stress and the text and all those trills and mordants are just a lot of information. So I think it's still a nice job done, just because it was too little time to get into it a little deeper. Now, what I want to suggest to Kate for the octaves, once you plays the octaves, usually the standard is we play the white octaves with 1/5 and the black octaves with 1/4. I'm not sure if your hand is enough to cover a black octave with 1/4. I think it is, because she covers the rest just fine. What it does, it removes the zigzagging along the keys. When we play, think about this. The fastest and easiest way to go from point A to point B is the straight line. So when we go, and if to look at the hands of the player from the side, if you go much with zigzagging, it means that you can find a better way to connect the notes. What happens when we go 5/4, when the black octaves pops up? It's just a little bit of rotation of the hand, palm, palm, because the fourth finger is already closer to the black key. In order to get the black octave with the pinky and then return to the wide side of the white key, next key, it's a zigzag. This way you almost don't move your wrist at all. It's just a very easy way to connect the things. And you can improve your tempo and overall convenience of dealing with, let's say, chromatic scales, especially when we have a lot of black keys. But even with simple major, but having in mind black keys and the key signature, it gives you a huge break if you use the fourth finger on the black octaves. Otherwise, I think Kate put a lot of effort to study F major and the general. She did a lot of work with all kinds of arpeggios. I think it's quite impressive. The only little hint, don't put the tempo over the quality. Because if you just overdo a little bit the tempo, you lose your confidence. And just a little bit slower can mean a lot for you when you perform publicly. You can do whatever you want during regular classes and when you practice at home. But have in mind that we always lose somewhat while playing for the audiences. It's always exciting. It's always a little scary. So just be on the safe side, okay?
Exactly.
Otherwise, it's a great performance. I think all the kids are doing just fine. And this is it.
Thank you for this technical recommendation. So we go on now. We go with level 1 in C sharp major with Olivia Zhao, and gonna play Burgmuller L'Arabesque. Good luck. Thank you so much, Olivia. Bravissimo.
Mhm.
What do you think, Ala?
Very nice, very clean scale. What I noticed, and I can suggest that Olivia would consider this for the future, if you feel like your elbow works very much when you do arpeggios, especially in the left. So it's either the thumb doesn't go under the palm when you need to change your position right away. It's a nice thing to research, by the way. When you start playing arpeggio, on every new finger, the thumb gets a little bit closer to its new spot. If you kind of let it go, and then you need to help it with the elbow, and it prevents you from flowing freely along the keys. Plus, the thumb is lazy. He likes to lay down. And if we raise it just a little bit so that he would like get on his tiptoes to get even because he's a shorty as compared to the rest of our fingers, it will be easier for the hand too, a little bit. Otherwise, I already said that nice clean scales. It's just a little bit of a hint for getting things a little easier for.
It's a good tip. I
So,
think, yeah, with the finger.
yeah, and Burgmuller was very emotional, with a lot of spirit. And I think in the near future, it can be just impeccable. If to continue, if you don't stop playing this just now, if you continue just a little bit longer, because it's a nice piece to have, having in mind that it's not the sixth level or the fifth level of playing in the studio. I think it's a very, very good job, just as is. Thank you.
Very good. Yeah, thank you, Ala. So let's go on now with Leah Gonyea, level 3, B major, and I'm gonna play Michael Aaron, film thriller.
playing level 5.
Thank you so much, Leah. It was like really like this short, like it was like a movie trailer. It's like in thriller. It could be just a trailer or some movie that does it, like to be continued,
Yeah, I'm always excited when I see the kids try to play scales and arpeggios. Nobody expects them to be impeccable and perfect. It's like having a nice exercise, physical exercise for their body. We do exercises for our fingers. Plus, we learn a lot about the terrain we deal with on the piano. All those keys, all the combinations. And I think it's very good that Leah played all that. Those little imperfections, they don't matter at the end. Something is different about the whole approach when we play technical requirements, those regiments. And I think we should thank her for the efforts and the job, like performed really just the best way she could for today. Plus, the little piece was very cute, I think. Yeah. So, and you have stamina to just go there and perform, because a lot of kids, I know, I have such students which never perform publicly. They don't want to go to our county recitals, and sometimes they are even too shy to be recorded on the camera. So, nice job, Leah, and way to go further.
Yeah, and play in public. It's okay. When it
Yes,
works, it's
absolutely,
gonna work always.
absolutely, yes.
Exactly. Okay, thank you. So we go with the next student. It's gonna be Abby Nossaman, and gonna play level 5 as a scale level 5 in B flat major. Good luck. Thank you so much, Abby. Let's not forget that she just didn't. She just not. She played also the scales, but before we play
Yes,
it,
yes.
we check. I think with his brother, right? I think they are a
Yeah,
family, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Obviously, Abby put a lot of work into her technical regiment. Um what I want to remind Abby and everybody else that fast doesn't equal good, and it should never be our number one priority. What the judges look for is stability and quality. And unless you have this safety buffer regarding your tempo, you cannot guarantee that you will have the same quality as the comfort of your home. And I remember from my student years when my college teacher, and she was at my music school before the college too, like my mom number two, I call her.
Mhm.
And she always said that you have to know for sure when you perform publicly that you can perform faster. You have this like safety buffer, meaning that at home you rehearse and you can try whatever you want, you can experiment. And let's say you reach this tempo and you think, oh, okay, now I can go and play in this
And
tempo.
show it.
No, no. You have to play a little slower. And I already said about Kaiden at the very start of our today performance that when you are a little excited, your heartbeat is faster and your sense of time goes faster. And this is when you cross your red line because your body remembers that tempo which you used at home, and now you are faster than at home. And even if you measure yourself with a metronome at home, it will not help you up on stage because you don't bring your metronome with you. Thus, you have to know your limit, absolute limit, and then you step down a little bit below that limit, and you know exactly that you have this buffer.
Mhm.
It will give you a lot of security. Plus,
Mhm.
mm, uh, I would say that we look for somewhat close tempos through the whole routine you show. It's not just crazy fast tempo for some parts of it and a lot slower tempo for some parts of it. Try to make them a little closer to each other by the tempo. It gives an extra sense of stability from the listener's perspective.
Mhm.
It's better to be very steady and show good quality that you don't feel uh, too scared or too insecure while playing those arpeggios.
Mhm.
You know, so loosen up a little bit. Don't worry too much. And it is still just a regular routinary performance for your practicing for the public, for your hands, and it's not as scary as it might seem. Plus, nobody will judge you by the fastest tempo you show.
Mhm.
It's about something else.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's a very nice experience, very nice performance, a lot of work done. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abby.
Thank you. So we go on now with Coco Chong. Gonna play level 3, scale level 3 in E major, and the piece gonna be Claude Daquin, Coco, Rondo. Have a nice. Thank you so much, Coco. I don't know what was this sign. It was like it was too hot on the stage, or what does that mean? She was doing something. I think it's hot. Yes, she's doing.
All
So
right.
tell
I
us what do you think?
have a couple thoughts to share about this, and I hope that it will help Coco maybe in the future and somebody else along with Coco. When we play scales, arpeggios, and such, uh, it's very repetitious. So we have a pattern and we go through it and we go through it backwards and forwards, so all that. And what we do, not only we train our hand to orient itself around the keyboard, it's just like I call it the terrain we deal with, but also to notice what inconveniences we have in our hands while doing turns, maybe some changing positions and such. And this is the best way to research what's going on in our hands, because when we are busy with pieces, with other literature, we can be very busy thinking about expression, the text, ever-changing melody or harmony. So a lot of things go on in the heads of musicians. And when we practice technical things like scales and arpeggios, we have a nice chance to see our hands, because many youngsters look to deal with the printed text. And at the very last stage of dealing with the piece, they look and see their hands the first time. In the scales, we don't have this. We are free to stare at our hands at all times. So when we notice that we have a straight finger instead of this, it means that we waste our energy holding it straight. If we relax, I always start with, when the kids come the first time to the studio, to my studio, just put your hand on the surface. We close the lid of the keyboard and put your hand. Look how it looks like. This is how the hand wants to look and to feel when it's completely relaxed. You do nothing, you just land on the surface. And when we run through the arpeggios, we kind of tend to keep our fingers the same way, even on the go. And I noticed that the right hand played just fine. The left had this fourth finger, meaning that it needs to be worked out a little bit. It means if we try just to hold it like this, you immediately feel the tension right here, just from holding it, let alone running through the arpeggios. So it's a nice task for Coco to notice that while playing just with the left hand, and just let it go. Let it go. It will be a lot easier to handle. Now, about the piece which was given yesterday, a new piece of music which we have to represent, right? When we are very limited in time, especially when we are given a task to memorize that, it's extremely difficult. We don't go by melody, by the linear development of the music. We look for big patterns so that it would simplify our work a few times. This particular piece has a lot of repetitions, so we need to notice patterns. It would be a little easier. Or I think, I don't know exactly, was it strictly for memorization, or it would be allowed to play from the sheet. Maybe it would be okay to play from the sheet if Coco didn't have enough time to memorize this. So it's just a little bit of thought how we deal with a piece when we don't have much time. Look for big patterns. Look for similarities, for repetition. This way, you run through the whole thing, maybe with your Crayola pencil, and just circle something which repeats. It will give you a concept of the whole form.
Exactly, some structure already.
Structure, and you will figure, it's not much text. It's not that much. It should be done a little easier and quicker than I thought primarily. So this is it, what I wanted to tell.
Thank you, Ala.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. And so now we're gonna have 5 students more, as 5 students left. They're gonna already almost the last. I think the graduating seniors. There's the last level of the scales. But first gonna be Lucia Tang, gonna play level 6 in B major, and after Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Fantasie in D minor. Good luck, break a leg. Thank you, Lucia. Here. Yeah, that was already a little bit longer one. I think she did a great job.
Yeah,
No?
a little
24
more
hours.
serious program. Yes, yes. Well, we've heard a lot of very good things here.
Mhm.
And again, I want to mention that it should be on the safe side regarding the tempo for the scales and arpeggios. I listened to Lucia and thought that what would we look for listening to performances of scales and arpeggios? In general, listeners always feel what the performer feels. And if the performer feels uncertain, a little insecure, we start worrying about, oh yeah, you should go through. Oh, please don't make mistake. Like this worry, gets broadcasted sort of, and it's so nice to hear and to feel that the performance just like in a tank just goes, and oh, it will be all fine.
Exactly.
Somehow you know that. I don't know how, but we will get the vibe. So when you want to be more confident and transmit this confidence, take the tempo responsibly. Moreover, don't accelerate. Feel the stability of your tempo. It's all part of the game. It doesn't matter if you don't run like 160 per minute by the metronome. It doesn't matter. It should be stable. It should be comfortable to play, not overly fast. And you have time to take care of some other things on the go if you have this buffer of security. So this is number one. Number two, I noticed that Lucia shook her hands after the octaves. In general, our business is very tough on the piano. Piano is physically demanding instrument.
Yeah.
And the hands always seek for those seconds or half seconds of the chance to relax. And when we play the octaves especially, and our girly hands are not as large as the guys' hands, so we have a little more stress while stretching. We need to find those chances to relax your hand, even if you have a fast sequence of octaves. How do we do that? We don't preset our hand. Many things many students think that it's like the most smart way to like set the octave and just go with this preset. We let go of each and every octave and take it anew next time, even when we play very fast. We train ourselves to do it in a slow tempo, take and let go, take and let go, catch like that pencil that I mentioned,
You showed it.
and then let go.
Okay.
And then the hand gets the gist of it and it learns how to relax in between. And then in no time, you will just do the same routine on a smaller scale. This relaxation is not as complete as you go really slowly, but you still have a lot of freedom to go for a longer amount of time. And having in mind that that scale wasn't very long time-wise, it shouldn't be necessary to shake off the hands. So consider this just research. Again, we look at our hands while playing our routines, and we can notice something in a slower tempo we don't see when we run through very fast. So it's a nice thing to try. Nice thing to try when you play the octaves. Relax in between. Mozart. It was nice. It's a new piece, I understand that. What I want to mention probably, because it's a level 6, we need to know what we deal with. Classical period, just time period, it's 1700s. it wasn't as dramatic and with a lot of pedal. Mozart doesn't take as much pedal as Beethoven, let's say, let alone romantic music, later time period. It gives you a little more clarity and somewhat fragility in Mozart's music, especially in this part. It's a part of the sonata, and in general, probably I shouldn't say it because it's a new piece. It's like no time to deal with, but just have in mind that when we deal with Mozart, it's something completely different. Mozart is a separate music,
Universe.
separate type. Yes, and we always approach to it like we have a very fragile, like crystal box or something in our hands, which we don't want to be dropped and broken. Something is very special about this. Even when he's a little more dramatic, he's never as dramatic as later time period composers. And the pedal is a little bit dangerous when we just press and hold. Otherwise, it was very nice, and it was a large piece, very serious piece of music. And I am talking about it so long because it's a different level. It's level 6, and we can share with the students a little more probably than with the youngsters.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they're gonna also continue playing these pieces when they already did like some of the pieces, like half of the piece. They should, and they're gonna. I mean, everything what you said now is gonna also important for the future. They're gonna for sure. They're gonna take that serious
I
and
hope so.
also gonna try out for sure. They can also rewatch and they are listening also now. So and also the next one is gonna be Harry Chen, who's also level 6. So also good luck, good luck with him. Gonna play in B major the scale, and after the piece gonna be from Schubert, impromptu in A flat major, opus 90 in number 4. Good luck. Very good, Harry Chen, and very elegant. No,
Yeah, I'm very
young
excited
man,
to see
elegant young man.
Harry again.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him for a number of years. Wow. Uh, well,
So good.
again, it's a very big body of work done. But at the same time, Harry, you would really benefit from a little slower tempos.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean that it was bad, but it would be better if it was a little more relaxed. When a person rushes himself or herself into this very fast tempo,
Mhm.
it's like you don't have time to see the beauty of what's around you. That is like a highway and a sports car, and you're all obsessed with just getting through, especially when it concerns peace, not just scales. Although scales can be really interesting to play them slower, seeing all those details and how the hands work and how we get to this note precisely without smearing it a little bit. So it's a typical thing for a lot of kids, for maybe 99% actually. Everybody likes to play fast, but slower tempos are something else. So I encourage you to try a little slower when you practice. And thank you for the Schubert. It was nice. Again, a little bit more elaborate, seeing what's inside of those fast passages would help a little bit.
Mhm.
Otherwise, good job.
Mhm.
Good
And he
job.
did the whole. I think he
Oh,
played
yeah. A lot
till
of.
the end the whole piece.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I just wanted to tell you also that the last three students, Emily, Joel, and Joanna, they are graduating senior level, and they are allowed to play just their pieces which are they prepare for their college portfolios.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
just that you know. Okay.
Hmm.
So then let's go on with Emily Snellbecker. And gonna play of as of how I tell you graduating senior, and the piece gonna be Rodion Shedrin, Aya Albanese. Good luck. Thank you so much, Emily. Ala, what do you think about Rodion?
I absolutely love the piece. It's a very famous piece by Cedrine, who
It's a
died.
very good atmosphere. I like it a lot.
Yeah, he died just very, very recently, in the age of either 92 or 93. He had a glorious life. He's a very famous composer who made probably it Russian classics of the 20th century, I would say.
Mhm.
Although now it's already a quarter of the 21st century. Yeah, I'm sure that Emily will have a lot of very exciting time with this piece. And she's obviously on the right track because you see the canvas, it's already set up.
Mhm.
And I just almost don't know what to say because it's in the work. Obviously, that it will be done with the time. It's a so-called character piece. It's a very interesting mood in the piece and a lot of turns and twists, seemingly unexpected.
Mhm.
And it's not a very frequent flyer nowadays, so to say. Yeah, makes you think. What we were told when we were students, my generation,
Mhm.
we were told not to listen to anyone's performance till you have your own concept. So probably it would be,
That's interesting.
yeah, so it's just between you and your teacher. Number
Mhm.
one, you work it out.
Yeah,
And
so
then
you don't compare, of
when
course.
you already solidify everything and you know what you want there and how to play it, then like 2 3 days before your final performance, you listen to someone else's interpretation
Mhm. Okay,
when it cannot influence you already in a profound
exactly.
way.
Ah,
And I agree to that. It's always
mhm.
an adventure and like a detective work sometimes you try to get into the piece and figure out what the composer meant and what you feel about it and what else you could add to it or notice in it. It's an extremely, extremely interesting type of work dealing with
Yeah.
pieces like that. It's serious music, great
Mhm.
quality music, and really captivating to listen to, I would say. Very nice, very nice.
Thank you. Thank you, Ala. Yeah, congratulations, Emmy. And we have the ultimate student for today's concert. It's gonna be Joel Chen, and he's gonna play from Rachmaninoff, Etude Tableau, Opus 33, number 2 in C major. Good luck, Joel. Thank you so much, Joel.
No,
So, what do you think?
yeah,
You're
I'm
young.
really excited to see Joel as a young man already graduating. Wow.
Yes.
And yet another piece of very profound piece of music, which is just in the working right now, and I'm sure that Joel will appreciate a lot more of it while going towards its perfection.
Mhm.
And I would suggest that Joel might want to listen to a lot of other Rachmaninoff's music just to get a little better feel of it. Because Rachmaninoff was very Russian
Mhm.
by the intonations in his music and by the mood. He has a lot of this nostalgic feel, like melancholic note a little bit in a lot of his preludes and etudes, etudes tableau and such. And it's always important to do a lot of very fine details while dealing with serious music because it adds a completely different perspective. You can look at it as something very nice, technical enough, beautiful, and this is just the surface of it. When you go deeper, you find a lot of very important details. And by the end of this journey, meaning that when the piece will be already done for the final performance, you will find yourself in a different place if you get through all those details and all those hidden treasures in this music. It's not as clear as it seems on the surface. You know, it's a lot of depth to get through before you arrive to your final line, so to say.
Mhm.
And I wish you all the luck. I envy you a little bit because it's all new for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, yeah. So, Joel, thank you for your Rachmaninoff. And so, after, like always, we had a long concert, and now coming the last one, the last student is gonna be Cho, and he's gonna play from Johann Sebastian Bach, Prelude and Fugue in D minor. Good luck. Thank you so much, Joanna, for your Bach.
Yeah, that
What do you
was
think about this big meister
nice.
after Mozart? Nice one.
You know, when I was a student, the professor told once that if you want, not, it wasn't actually if I wanted, it was like a do this,
You
but
should. Yeah,
in
you better
general,
do it.
when you want to really know the fugue, meaning that you hear all the layers simultaneously at the same time, not just like a mixed something, but absolutely separate, independent voices, then you do this. You take 3 Crayola pencils of different colors and draw each voice with a separate color, after which you memorize each voice, like being able to sing it. After that, you take soprano and bass and play them like this, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a 3-voice fugue, you sing the 3rd voice. Then you play alto and soprano and sing the bass voice, the whole fugue, and so on. So you combine, it's a crazy amount of work first, but then you kind of get into this groove. And if you cover that, nothing can beat you out of the text. You know it forever. Number one. Number two, you really separate the voices, and this is the main problem with polyphonic music. You have to develop the hearing, the ability of leading 3 or 4 or even 5. There are 5 voice fugues. I don't remember 1 or 2 in the collection of the 48. But when you hear them separately, you are absolutely perfect in the leading the phrases, in the uninterrupted thinking for this particular voice. It's a completely different mindset. It's very interesting to experience.
A lot of work.
And plus, my teacher in the college told something which, not me, to all of us, the graduates. She told, you think that when you join the conservatory, professor such and such will listen to your whole performance. No, she will listen into your alto voice from the beginning to the end, just like that. Trying to figure if you interrupted somewhere, do you hear it enough? Do you lead it consistently? That's it. So we were terrified. We went again to our classrooms to practice those alto voices with this type of, weird play. Yeah, but at the end, it pays off tremendously. Yes, yeah. So this is just one thing to try if you want to. Yeah, thank you for the Bach. I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for the whole concept, for the whole judging, for the whole concept that we had almost 3 hours. It was new faces, old faces, and yeah, I think how you saw it, like they are growing from little till graduating.
It's quite a journey. Yes, and
I'm
always,
sure they're gonna take.
Always sad for the teacher to say goodbye to those who you remember like very, very small, very young, and then all of a sudden they are almost like adults, young adults. Yes,
young adults, exactly. Yeah, for sure they're gonna something. What you said today, everything they can rewatch and they're gonna check it also with the teacher going through. And also I saw some very good comments we had already. Some friends they was watching from them, and so I think it was a nice concert. So Ala, thank you again so much.
Thank you for the chance to participate.
Yeah, or maybe in one of other auditions or whatever. I think you're a great judge. So very interesting things what you said. I learned even a lot of things because I'm playing. I think what was the most interesting for me what you said about this. Don't listen
to someone else's. Yeah, you can listen
before you starting.
With the intention to learn from them. This is what I should have mentioned. That when you up to something new and you want someone else's experience, especially from very famous performers, and they screw your mind. This is the authority. You have to take from the authority. No, you have not.
Yeah.
And you have to develop your own feel of how we go through pieces and how we unfold the story of the piece and the structure of the piece and the emotional context. It's always a story. Something about music is very mysterious, and I feel the same way up to this day. And you have to do your own work on the piece, even if it differs from someone else's. But if you have the right teacher, you are not like alone in the ocean. You have your professor, and you are your professor's friend, and the professor is your friend. You are very close, and you discuss this. You share your thoughts and feelings, and the professor says, "Yes, this is correct," or "Consider this instead," and then you build it up. You might have listened to this piece in someone's performance,
Somewhere,
but
yeah, but that's what I think,
someday,
you know, like,
yeah, but it's not completely new, let's say it this way. But you don't take it while learning this piece because it will definitely influence your thinking. It shouldn't.
of course, yeah, yeah. But I was searching now when I remember, I was always searching for the pieces already, like for the first impression, what you have from the piece. I was
Mhm.
looking for somebody else playing, you know, because it's just sing the note when you're not enough young, you don't have enough like imagination. Let's see, like how this piece could sound,
Mhm.
and you cannot already play everything. It was everything always like, yeah, from your favorite player, somebody, and it's like you were searching that you played. And
Yes.
after I was like, but I just remember I just wanted to play like how they played already with their
Mhm.
artistic way, how they, but it
Mhm.
should not be. It should be after, like, okay, that's mine, that's from them, and after we can compare what we have, but not already. It was already, I want to be like that, but
Yeah,
it's not you.
exactly, exactly. It's
It's
like
not you.
your
It's not
whole
your
work
way.
done by somebody else.
Hmm.
Plus, probably we should mention that before starting, you need to understand the time period you deal with. You cannot
Hmm.
play Mozart like Chopin or
Hmm.
Schubert.
Of course,
It's a
yeah, yeah.
different time period, it's a different style.
Hmm.
It's like the rules of the game you enter. And within those rules, you are pretty free because if we had to play like cookie cutters, all of us, the same way, it would be so boring.
Hmm.
Every different performance is very unique, very personal. And we definitely, if you listen to a lot of people who play the same music, we feel like, oh, I like how this guy plays that, not the other people.
Hmm.
Somehow, something
Somehow you don't know
strikes your
why.
nerve, yeah, and resonates in you. But
Hmm.
again, if it happens before you perform
It's,
your
hmm.
part of work on your own with your teacher, it shouldn't be allowed to do easily, you know?
It should be not, yeah.
Yes.
Maybe it was before. Maybe it was before different. I mean, like nowadays we have so many, in so many different already in Spotify and what
We
wherever
had
we
our
can all search.
collection. We had our collection of
Also,
vinyl
yeah.
disc. We had all of it, so it was
Okay.
available.
So then
Uh,
it's the same thing. Yeah.
yeah, same thing. A little bit bigger
Just
things, but it played the same.
even the sound was better, maybe, right? That they know.
Exactly.
No, they say
Exactly.
the wine
Exactly.
winners they was actually was
Yeah.
better. Yeah. So thank you so much for being with us, and yeah, see you next time, and
Thank
I
you
wish you a
for
good.
being the host, by the way. It's quite
Thank
a
you
job too.
also. Yeah, our first hosting and judging together. And I also want to thank you for Frane Rushinovic, who was our tech director behind the scene here. He was
Mm,
clicking and making this whole magic between us. And thank you
yeah.
for the teachers. Thank you for the parents. They was there listening, right? They was the whole
Oh,
time. Yeah, supporting the child, supporting the kids, and also, yeah, you can see now in the screen that we are streaming in many platforms like in YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn. We have a huge community in LinkedIn, and of course in YouTube and Vimeo and Facebook. And also thank you for the partners and for the team, of course. I just mentioned Fran Ruzinovic, and also everybody from the team. Thank you so much that they are helping us in all the way. And of course the organizers. You can see many organizations, studios, rehearsal studios, orchestras. They are supporting us, and without them it would be impossible to make such a nice events like today, or the auditions what we are doing with the judges, with the perfect judges like today. So thank you for that. I hope everybody enjoyed who was watching and listening. And I will say see you in 3 months. I think every 3 months they have a
Exciting.
concert. Exciting, yes. So see you in September, and have a good day. Ciao, everybody.
Bye bye.